Look, I think India is going to be a tough test. Different conditions. A lot of the guys haven't played a lot of cricket in India as well. I think what's impressed me is the guys have responded to the messages we've been sending out from a batting and a bowling perspective. They're prepared to maybe change their mindsets a bit. And also a lot of different players stepping up. There's one thing when you give opportunities, but I think the guys throughout the team have taken opportunities, and it's causing me a good headache going to India with regards to selecting 11. But I think it's a good position for us to be in because a lot of the guys are in form. The confidence is nice and high. But like I said, I think India is going to be a very tough challenge. We're coming up a very good Indian side as well. But we'll get there. We'll keep working hard. One swallow doesn't make a summer. We understand that. We're at the bottom of the ladder. And we've got to keep climbing up. I think most of the players in the side know that, they respect that, and they understand that there's still a lot of hard work to be done going forward in the near future. Well, Janneman, I mean, we selected the squad before the first ODI against Australia. Temba is not 100% fit yet. So we had a discussion with Temba. We decided to pull him out of this series. The medical staff have recommended that maybe he might miss the first game as well, so we needed cover for him. Temba owns that spot, and if we can get him back in, then he'll get back in. It's good to see that Janneman has put his hand up. Like I said, he's one of those youngsters who've come through and played great. He's played great cricket. And certainly has taken his chance. But I'd love to be playing 20 guys in a team, but you can't do that. You've got to go out there and select the best players for those conditions that you're playing in, and that's what we're going to have to do.
Dennis?
I think change of format is quite important to realise. In the T20 games that we've played, yes, we didn't do well in 2 of the games. But I think in both the games we were probably chasing 30 to 40 runs too many. And that can sort of happen, that you go out there trying to win the game, and we had certain targets that we wanted to achieve in the first 10 overs to give ourselves a chance. And we unfortunately lost wickets against a good bowling attack up front. So I think that played a big part in it. It might look like we just bowed out, but I think we went out there with the right mindsets. We just come up against some better bowling on the day. In saying that, we've got to be more consistent, especially up front, and give ourselves a chance. I think we realised the strengths of the Australian team in the one days, and we sort of adapted very well to that. And the guys are buying into the plan. Like I said, it's one thing saying things, but the guys have to go out there and actually believe that the plans are there for a reason. And I think that's where the mindset changes come in, and that's probably why we've been a lot more consistent.
Any similar rules for your team?
Look, we got a medical staff, like in the past where there's a security concern. We give that to them, and they come up with recommendations. If they feel it's too dangerous, they pull us out, and this is no different. We've got a medical staff to look after that. We had a nice brief, when was it, night before last, or it was last night, about the virus going around. Obviously it's a major concern around the world, but we're not medical. We don't know medicine like they do, so we've taken the recommendations, and we trust that they've put stuff in places that's going to help us. Yes, with regards to handshakes and all that type of stuff, that is a concern. So you'll probably find we do the same. I think it's just a way of trying to stop anything happening to our guys, and I think it's out of respect for the players around you, not to pass on something that you might have.
I know it's looking a bit far in the future, but the way that you go.
Well, okay, so this is a different format. The white ball cricket's, we've been very good with regards to white ball cricket. We're still a long way off in Test cricket, so there's a lot of hard work that needs to be done with regards to Test cricket, and we've put in place some camps during the off season. I've said to the guys that the off season is one thing, but I think we've got a lot of catching up to do with world cricket, where we want to be, where we can be, and the guys understand that there's a lot of hard work to be done before we start playing the next Test series in the West Indies. Once we do that, then we'll see where we go with that, and hopefully we can come up against Australia and do ourselves proud.
Last few questions, Shati.
Stuff that has impressed me? Hasn't impressed me. We won 3-0, so it's quite difficult to point out. Like I said, I think you always want to grow, and I think our Our bowling in the power plays, it wasn't fantastic throughout the series, but today I think we showed that when we got conditions that were more conducive to seam bowling. I thought we bowled really well this morning. It's something that we have spoken about, but I think you also got to take it into context. Like I said, we've spoken about the Australians, and we feel that they're strong. The 1, 2 and 3 in the Australian batting lineup, you don't get many better top 3 in the world than those 3. So, if you can try and limit the damage up front, you have to try to do that. And we probably went for too many runs in the first 2 games up front, but we managed to pull it back nicely. So we're always looking to grow, and we keep challenging ourselves, and that's the discussion that we had. So yeah, that's one of the places. I don't see it. I don't see it as something that I'm not happy about. I'm happy about it now because I think we learned from it. If it's not happening, you're not learning, and I see it as a growing process for the guys.
Stuart?
I think if you go to a place like India, you need a bit of a balance of youth and experience, and I think Faf has done really well in one-day cricket. Full stop for South Africa. I think his last knock that he played, he got 100. He knows the Indian conditions very well. Like I said, it's a bit of a headache for me at the moment. It's a good headache to have. But yeah, I mean, just him being around the squad will obviously add a lot of value and experience as well. We'll have a look and see the conditions and how we can put combinations together with regards to batting lineup. But yeah, I mean, why would you not want to have Faf in the setup? Like I said, he's done really well in those conditions.
Finally, Dennis?
Mark, you spoke about the IT
Obviously, the T20 World Cup this year has given T20 cricket this year a big importance. But I think, in general, cricket, South Africa and all the Proteas, we need to find ourselves growing, and the players that are playing in the one-day series now. I mean, we've just beaten a very good team in Australia. So, we need a bit of confidence, and this will certainly give us a lot of confidence. A lot of guys who probably on the edge of selection, they've put up their hands as well, which is a good position for us to be in. So, yes, and I do understand that there's a T20 World Cup later, but, we've picked up a lot of confidence from this win, and hopefully we can take it through to India. And then as we get closer to the T20 World Cup, we can start winning a lot of games and take that through into the World Cup.